with that down, let's move on to our first main topic today. And our first main topic today gets submitted into us by Henri B, who writes, "Hey, John. So I know you and Rob are really excited about the new Dune movie. That's an understatement. I think we all are. So I was just wondering if you saw the comments coming out about the first screening of some footage some industry people got to see. They're comparing it to Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. What do you think of the reports, and is it safe to get crazy excited now?" All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, man. And yes, clearly one of the films that a lot of us are super excited about this year, the 2020, is the new Denis Villeneuve version of Dune. You know, the casting has been incredible. Of course, it's being led by who I believe is going to be the next Daniel Day-Lewis, Timothée Chalamet. So that looks fantastic. Everything sounds good. But yep, apparently they've shown some footage to a group of industry insiders already, one of which is a sci-fi novelist by the name of Brian Clement, who came out on social media and talked about his viewing experience. And this is what he had to say about the footage he saw from Dune. He said the following: "I'm not exaggerating when I say a lot of people will have goosebumps/tears when they see this movie. I might. Heck, when they see the footage I saw, they will. As a follow-up, my opinion on the new Dune based only on the footage I saw, since people are curious, I think this will blow people away the way that Lord of the Rings did 20 years ago and the way Star Wars did 40 years ago. Wrap your heads around that. I think this will blow people away the way Lord of the Rings did 20 years ago and the way Star Wars did 40 years ago. It's not Jodorowsky's or Lynch's, but maybe Villeneuve has filmed what many have considered to be, for a long, long time, the unfilmable." And that of course, comes to us from sci-fi novelist Brian Clement. There's a couple of interesting things here. Now, the first thing I want to throw in here is this. The one thing I want us to keep in mind when talking about that is this. Just because this guy, Brian, feels that way about the footage that he saw, that does not automatically mean I will feel the same way about the footage once I see it. And it does not automatically mean you will feel the same way about the footage when you see it. He is one person who watched the footage. It hit him a certain way, and he's expressing his feelings and his opinions on what he saw and how it hit him. Now, I believe 100% that he's telling the truth, but just because that is the truth for him, that does not necessarily mean it will be the truth for me. Like maybe when I see it, I won't like it. Maybe when you see it, you won't like it. But I do still think to have somebody come out and make comparisons like it'll have an impact like Lord of the Rings had impact. It'll make an impact like Star Wars had when it came out. Because you're talking about maybe the two biggest, most influential things in film history, with the impact Star Wars made when it came out 4 decades ago, and the way Lord of the Rings made an impact when it came out so long ago. Those are big, big, big words. All right? Those are big words that are going to be very, very difficult to follow up on. But it is nonetheless. And listen, one of the reasons I think we can give a little bit of credibility to this is you got to keep a couple things in mind. Number one, the source material is beloved source material that has had legions of fans for decades. On top of that, you have a remarkable cast, sure, but probably the most important thing here is that you have one of the absolute best directors and one of the most celebrated directors in Hollywood today working on this film. And even if you go back to his last film, Blade Runner 2049, he did what a lot of people thought was impossible. He made a beloved franchise in Blade Runner even better. I believe that his Blade Runner is better than the original. Now, I don't really even like the original. I'm one of the few people that don't, but I thought his Blade Runner 2049 was incredible. And whether you're talking about his films like Arrival, or you want to talk about films like Prisoners, or you want to, and he's just got such a long list of incredible performances as a director. So you get him, you pair him with source material like Dune, you give him the cast that he has in this picture now, and I think everything is there for the potential, at least the potential, to have something really fun and really special. Again, whether we'll feel the same way that this Brian guy did is going to be up for us to see and judge for ourselves. But it is at least good news. And we're still a long ways away from this movie, but I think it's something to be excited about. Question is, guys, what do you make of these comments? Are you excited about Dune? When you hear comments like this, does it get you more amped? Do you not really care because it's just one guy's opinion? How do you feel? Jump down to the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. All right.